Alright, so just came out of Warm Bodies and it's freaking freezing out here, so won't be too long talking about this because I'm going to go someplace where it's warm pretty soon. I do got my heater running, but it's not doing a very good job at the moment other than sucking down gas. So I just got out of Warm Bodies. It was better than I expected it to be. I, along with everyone else, kind of went into it thinking Twilight was zombies. Not so much the case. From the previews of this, I thought at least the first half looked pretty funny because it was just like memoirs of a zombie. He was just walking around like explaining his day-to-day life. And those little bits that from what they showed in the preview and the first hour or so of the movie, I'm just actually probably about half hour, I'm not sure exactly how long the movie was. I think it was about an hour and a half looking at the time here. But yeah, probably the first half of the movie was kind of funny. You know, it was the guy just explaining his day-to-day zombie life. But they kind of give away most of the funniest points of that in the preview, which is the bad part about movies these days, is they tend to do that. And I'm going to turn off the engine real quick because it's making a lot of noise. But, yeah, so that part was okay. There was a few other one-liners throughout the rest of the movie that got a chuckle out of me. There were like 4 other guys in the theater. And they were like laughing about everything. A lot of it wasn't that funny. There was a few good one-liners in there. Basically, what you see in the preview is the entire movie. The zombie. They go to. They decide they're hungry in their limited conversations, and they go into the city to look for people, and they find a group of people that are scavenging for medical supplies and stuff to take back to the city that's been walled off. And during the fight, the one zombie who, he can't remember his name, but he knows it started with an R, so throughout the entire movie he's referred to as R. He sees the girl, and he's kind of attracted to her, but it gets more attraction when he eats her boyfriend's brain, because apparently when zombies eat brains, they can absorb the memories of the person temporarily. So since he's different somehow, he actually retains the memories and like falls completely in love with her. And then it starts to cure him. He starts to turn back human, and their love spreads like an infection through the rest of the zombies, so they all start to go back to human. But there are other zombies that are too far gone that are basically just skeletons. They've like ripped away most of their flesh. It's just like decayed muscle over bone. So those guys are too far gone to be saved, so basically it comes down to the humans and the zombies kind of team up to fight the skeletons. And that's about it. They win. The zombies start to turn back to human. Everyone lives happily ever after. Really not much more to it than that. There was one other thing I noticed about the movie is it tries to loosely follow Romeo and Juliet. I didn't get it till about 3/4 of the way through the movie. The girl in the movie, her name is Julie, and there's a point when she's back in the city and he sneaks into the city to find her, and she walks out on her balcony and he's kind of down at the bottom of the balcony. And at that point I was like, her name's Julie, his name's R, Romeo, Juliet, balcony scene. That's about the only tie into Romeo and Juliet, other than the warring families, I guess. You know, the zombies being the Montagues and the humans being the Capulet type of thing. Other than that, very, very loose tie-in to Romeo and Juliet. And they don't die at the end. Like I said, everyone kind of lives peacefully, happily ever after. Overall, it's not a horrible movie. Like I said, there were a few good one-liners in it that made me chuckle. It might be worth checking out when it comes out on Netflix or maybe a rental. If you're a guy. If you're a girl, you'll probably like it. It seems like it's more or less a love story for women, but then they threw the zombie war aspect into it to appeal to the guys. But there really wasn't a whole lot of the war in it. It's very subtle, just like a sprinkling here and there. It's mostly a comedy with the zombie, the zombies' day-to-day life type of thing. And then the whole Romeo and Juliet thing, and that's about it. So, yeah, like I said, if you're a girl, you'll probably like it. Go see it in the theater while it's still there. For guys, maybe check it out on Netflix or a rental, or take your girlfriend to see it. I don't think you'd be disappointed in it. Like I said, a couple laughs if you like comedies. Other than that, really not a whole lot to say about it. So, like I said, it's a little bit cold out here. So I'm going to go find someplace warm to hang out for the night, other than sitting in my car. So, until next time, not sure what I'm going to see next. I was going to go see Identity Thief tonight, but that one started about an hour later than Warm Bodies, so I went ahead and saw Warm Bodies instead. I'm off tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back up here and see Identity Thief tomorrow. I almost saw The Hobbit the other night, but I missed the start of it. I was about half hour late, and being a 3.5 hour movie, there might have been something I needed to see in that moment, so I'll get around to watching that eventually too. Still a couple others I want to see before they get taken out of the theater. So not sure what the next one's going to be. Possibly Identity Thief, possibly something else, depending on what time I come in tomorrow, if I come in tomorrow. Tomorrow's my only day off until sometime next week. So, yeah, that's it for now. Check back in later for whatever the next update is. And until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next installment, I guess I'll call these. See you on the next installment of movie reviews, I guess is what this is temporarily called. Alright, bye.